So this is Raider Knight, and I am back for another Age of History 2 video. I've actually done a lot of changes in my modern world scenario. I was looking up every single separatist movement, and I was basically adding them to the game. So I'm not sure if I have any here. I think I do. I think I have a little bit of one right here in these provinces, and then I think I have some new ones all across, really all across this continent. I know I added one. Can whatever this one's called. I added one here. Or actually, no, I didn't. I didn't add one there, but I added a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. I added a lot of cool movements all across the game. So it's more interesting now. It is more interesting and cooler to kind of watch what happens with all that. I added a couple more to America. I added Cascadia and Hawaii. I'd add every state, but I just felt that's a bit overboard. I would add more Canadian stuff, but I did add Quebec to Canada, so now Quebec could rebel if they really wanted to. But that's just kind of some of the small stuff I added. Who do I want to play as today? I kind of want to play as Ethiopia. I want to play as more African countries. Or should I play as Egypt? I don't think I've played as Egypt for a legitimate game. You know, we're gonna play as Egypt today. This is gonna be a pretty simple. I kind of want to play sandbox mode today. I'm gonna be real. I'm not. I'm not taking it super serious today. We're gonna be doing sandbox mode, and I'm gonna have the AI aggressiveness be kind of high. We're doing sandbox mode today. That's what we're gonna do. I want to play a sandbox. I like playing a sandbox because then I can just relax and not. I don't have to try super hard. You know what I'm saying? We're playing sandbox mode today. Because I mean, in every video I do, I usually play the game legit, and I usually just play it normally. But I like playing a sandbox mode. I do. I feel like sandbox mode is a lot of fun, and I definitely enjoy playing a sandbox mode. Definitely, we're gonna want to get some castles on this border with Israel. They're like our biggest threat at the start of this game, probably. Just gonna build some tiny little militaries here. It's not gonna be super important militaries or anything. I think the first place I'm gonna take over is gonna be Cyprus. I feel like Cyprus would be a pretty nice one to take over. So we're just gonna take over Cyprus because a lot of our provinces we can't even get farms in because we're playing as Egypt. So we're gonna take over Cyprus. Cyprus is a good territory to take over, and I feel like it'll be just a good point for our country to expand into. It's a nice little island. I'm gonna take over both sides of Cyprus, and then that way we have the entire island under our control. We'll move those guys back to that area. I want to have a little bit of a border wall with the other countries that I border, just in case they do plan to attack me. I don't think they're going to be super big threats or anything, but just in case. So I'm building up a little bit of a border defense wall against Libya and Sudan. See, now we're being attacked too. We're being attacked by Syria and we're being attacked by Paraguay. Paraguay, we're just going to end that conflict. It means literally nothing. But for Syria, I think we're actually going to invade and take over Syria because it shouldn't be that difficult. So I'm going to move the troops into a formidable position right here along Israel. And then after that, we're going to make an attack on Israel and just invade them from the south. So obviously that'll give us a pretty big advantage right at the start here. We'll be able to move up, take over all of Israel, and then we will fully annex that territory into our country. And then we'll move into Syria. We might actually lose the war in Syria because I think we're at a disadvantage in troops at the start of this little conflict here. I might have to actually bring in reinforcements from the mainland. Yeah, I messed up. Actually, I skipped a turn too, and now Libya's attacking us. Oh my gosh. Libya has now decided to attack our people. The good thing about Libya is we should be able to actually advance here somewhat easily. But they do have a lot of troops, a lot more than I thought they would have. We're going to have to rebuild our entire country after this is over. All of our country is going to be depopulated. We're not going to have a population no more. Our entire country gets depopulated in this war. So I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna have those troops retreat a little bit, and then I'm going to just kind of stabilize our country a little bit. I'm gonna have this guy retreat, fall back to Damascus, and then we're gonna have more troops being built up. It's kind of a difficult conflict at the start of this, but that's okay. I'm also going to be investing more in population growth. I feel population growth is going to be pretty important moving forward in this game. Yeah, we're being attacked on many fronts. We're going to have this guy go to Damascus. He'll be there. Apparently, Iraq is now getting involved in this war in Syria, so that's an amazing development that has just occurred. Definitely going to have to build a bit of a border wall with these guys up here and just kind of advance and retake our country as we can. There should be a good turn in Libya. I feel like Libya we're going to start seeing some major advancements in because I feel like we've probably kicked out majority of their troops at this point in Libya. So we're going to start advancing there. In Syria we're about to start advancing as well. So that is all good signs. Alright, so we've kicked them out of our homeland. That's the biggest thing that the biggest thing that was on my mind was just kicking them out of the homeland, to be honest. But now that we've done that, we can start really pushing into their territory and taking back our country in a sense. Same with Syria. Now that we've got all these troops over here, we can start making a push in that country as well. Oh shit, we're at war with Iraq now as well. Iraq has attacked us as well. We're at war with like so many different countries, and this is really like one thing after another. I think we're gonna actually end the war in Libya just because it doesn't really serve a purpose for us. What could I get rid of? I want to get control of this border. The main thing I want is I just want this rich territory, I guess. I guess it don't really matter. Let's just take over, the main stuff I want, to be honest. Let's just take over like all these little provinces. Yeah, you know what? Something like that. Let's just take over all of that from Libya and let's not worry about the wealthy land. Let's just take over the desert. We're going to take all that from Libya. That way, we have a bigger defense, I guess, against them. I don't know. And then we're just going to continue the war in Syria. Obviously, Iraq is going to attack us. Let's just end the conflict with Iraq as well. And then we'll just focus all of our attention on Syria and fully taking them over. And then, introducing them to our country, essentially. We're just going to fully annex their territory. After this, we're definitely going to have to rebuild our country because we've lost a lot of stuff. And now Egypt is kind of an ugly border, but this is what we're looking like at the moment. We're about 1 million population. We are growing, but it is not the rich Egypt that we have yet envisioned because these wars have kind of delayed our economic expansion. We definitely want to work on our development. Our country is like really really behind if you think about it in all aspects of development. So we're gonna work on that. We're gonna get our country up to a level where I think the development will be strong for somebody in this region. I think our next target needs to be Sudan. We're gonna take over Sudan next. It's a pretty good little chunk of land down there, and it's definitely some land that I wanna get for myself. But I also want to get some farms up in my country because obviously we do not have the greatest base to really get a population in this country, which really sucks. But we don't really have the ability to get a good population. So I'm going to be building farms all across this desert. Basically, that's the plan. We just need to get this industry going up so we can get the population in this country booming to a level where I think it should be at. There we go. Now we have an entire country of very, very good farms in our mainland, at least. Not our occupied territories yet, but our mainland. We now have farms in all the important areas, basically all the important areas. And can you not build a farm in Jerusalem? I guess you cannot. That's interesting. Where can we build a farm? Can we build a farm here in Syria? There's really not a lot of areas where farming can be done in this game, which is very interesting. But yeah, we're gonna be building up these farms as well, because why not? We're gonna have our farms be built up in every aspect of our country because we don't really have the ability to build a population in this country because we're all desert. We're all desert. I think our wealthiest area is going to be Cyprus, to be honest. Cyprus is where all the farmland is, and honestly, we can do whatever we want here. Oh shit, we're being invaded by Sudan. That was the exact thing that I was about to do, though. I was about to attack Sudan, so this all doesn't really matter too much, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna attack Sudan. We're gonna build up a military, and we're gonna take them over. I'll probably move a lot of the troops that we have on Libya's border over here as well. And that should help out a little bit. It won't be insane or anything, but it should help out a little bit, I guess. We're gonna have to retake that city because that's an important city to take back. But this is the first turn of the Liberty War. It's not gonna go good, but we should be able to at least kind of defend our border a little bit. Definitely want to build some more 1,000 stacks up here. Obviously, this is a very expensive conflict. We're gonna take back that city, and we're gonna take back this city this turn. And then we're also gonna maybe just make a little side attack here. It's not gonna be very big or anything, but something like that. And then obviously moving in these troops is gonna be a very big thing as well. I'm also gonna try to take over this land because it's pretty undefended at the moment in Sudan. So something like this will be our next turn. And I think this turn is going to go really good. We're going to take over a lot of their country. And overall, slowly pushing them out of our land. So we're going to do something like that this turn in that region. I want to definitely send all these guys down here. And I want to have these guys kind of advance forward a little bit as well. Because this is very undefended, is right here on this front. We have like no troops, and there's not really a whole lot I can do on that side of the front. But I'm just going to kind of keep having them advance and do their thing. So this turn will be very good for us, I think. Something like that. And honestly, I kind of want to end the conflict here. We're not going to take over all of Syria. We're just going to start small against Syria. Take control of their important land or whatever. Actually, I'm going to let them keep the river too. I'm going to just take over the desert again. The desert is like all I really want to take over. Or should I take the river? I'm not completely sure. I'm gonna take the river. Fuck it. Take something like that. That's what we're taking from Sudan at the start. Yeah, let me show you guys what I meant earlier in the video where I've added new countries. I added this country, and I can have them, basically revolt against Sudan and form their own little country. They're probably not going to be very successful, but we can fund their revolution essentially, and just have them damage Sudan for a long time. We should be moving up into the strongest country area. We're definitely getting a bigger population, rapidly advancing on that front. What does our economy look like? We're top economy. We're top economy, and we're slowly approaching like the top 5 populations. Now Iraq is attacking us though, so now we have a very large conflict to deal with right here. So we're gonna militarize this front with Iraq, and just kind of fight this conflict. It shouldn't be that bad of a conflict for us. I think we're actually gonna do very well in this conflict. I need to reinforce that southern side of the front a little bit better, but everything else is going okay in Syria. Definitely need to make some advances this turn though. So this southern troop is gonna have to really carry us. Hopefully he does well. I don't think he will, but hopefully he does well. And then in the north, I think we're going to have a lot more success in the north. Actually, there was a lot of success everywhere, to be honest. Actually, I think that's going to go bad for Iran. They're already in a war with Turkey. Iran is going to get fucked by... Actually, now Saudis have killed them. Saudis just killed Iraq. The Saudi Arabians were like, you know what, fuck it, we're taking this over. Based Saudi based Saudi Arabians. You know, I kind of want to form a federation with the Saudis because I feel like the Saudis would be a good country to just kind of form a federation with. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that actually. I think I can fix my country if I just do this, right? I guess not. I guess not. We can't fix our country. I was trying to see if we could maybe fix the flag of our country, but we can't. But we can just rename to Egypt. We can rename to Egypt, and we can change our color to whatever we want. I'm pretty sure. I think I fucked up Libya's color. That's okay. Yeah, we're Egypt obviously. So Egypt, we're gonna be like this yellow. This is a good yellow for Egypt. Something something like that. This will be our Egypt color. And yeah, we built a very powerful Egypt right here across the entire Middle East. So we're very powerful. Overall, this was just a fun little sandbox game. I'm not feeling really good today. I'm kind of sick. So if I was sneezing or whatever in this video, I'd probably cut it all out, but not feeling the greatest. That's why I made it kind of a shorter video, but thank you guys for watching and peace.